So in today's class, we're going to discuss about the SAP FICA module. So let me just introduce you about the SAP FICA module. This is basically a contracts, receivable and payable module, right? And basically it is used in the utilities industries. So it has ISU FICA and it has BRIM FICA. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how this module SAP ISU FICA or BRIM FICA works. So in today's class we're gonna learn how to create a contract account. Okay, let me just take you through the SPRO screen and show you the SAP FICA where all the configurations are done, right? So it's SPRO. You need to type on the command box and simply press enter. Once you press enter, you simply click on the SAP reference IMG. IMG stands for implementation guide. Then here in the financial accounting, you simply click and you can see the contract accounts receivable and payable. So this is basically the FICA module which is being used in the utilities industries, right? So we'll be discussing in details more about the FICA module and its configuration. But in today's class, we're going to learn how to create a contract account. So before creating a contract account, there are a few settings and configuration which needs to be done, right? So I will be discussing that in details in our upcoming classes. So today I will show you how to create a contract account. So in today's class, I'm going to discuss about the SAP FICA module and it's regarding the contract account creation. Okay, so you can see you simply need to come to the SPRO screen and you can simply end up to the contract accounts receivable and payable, and you can see these are the settings and setups which you need to perform. Under the organization unit, you need to do some configuration. Under the basic functions, you need to do some configuration. You need to do the configuration of the tax, withholding tax, and few contract accounts partner settings. These are the settings which you need to perform, and for the business transactions, and these are the basic settings which need to perform in order to for contract account receivable and payable part. Okay, so let's see how to create a contract account. Okay, so before creating a contract account, we would need few configurations, and also we would need a business partner. So let me show you how to create a business partner, as I've already created a business partner. So let me just take you through to the business partner which is already created. So simply type BP and slash n. I have typed in because I want to open the BP T code in the same screen on the same session. Okay, so simply type BP in the command box and press enter. It will end up you to the BPT code. So this is where you can create a business partner, right? So as I've already created a business partner, you can see the business partner number is already generated, which is 655. I'm going to use this business partner number in order to create a BP, right? But if you are creating a new BP, you simply create a BP here, and you need to create a BP under the role MKK, which is contract partner standard. So you need to create a business partner under this role. Okay, and you need to enter a few of the details of the business partner, right? So business partner are basically the customers whose data which are we are going to maintain, right? So who's going to take contract for a particular connection, let's suppose be it electricity or gas or any utilities connections which a customer is going to own. Okay, so you need to create a BP. For that you need to create a BP under the role MKK. Remember that you create a BP under the role contract standard partner standards, which is MKK. Okay, and you enter all these details, and then a BP number gets generated, which is 655. So I'm going to use this BP to create a contract account. Okay, if you want to see the list of BPs which is already created here, so here in this tab you simply hit enter, and you would be able to see a list of BPs which are already created, right? So you can see these many BPs are already created. Okay, So I'm not gonna use any other BP, right? You can see, simply double click on that any of the BP, and you can see a BP is already created. Some in the name of some has used country US, some has used any other country, some has used UK, right? So for the practicing purpose, those who are doing practice, so they have created this BP. Okay, these many BPs are already created, right? So I'm gonna use my BP, which is 655. Okay, and let's see. So let's start with the RBP, which is 655, and I'm going to use my BP, which is 655, to create a a contract account. Okay, so let me open a new session. Okay, and there I will be creating a contract account. So I've already opened few sessions. Let's see. Okay, so in order to create a BP, you simply need to type CAA1 in order to create a BP. In order to create a contract account. So in order to create a contract account, you simply need to type in CAA in the command box, and you would be able to see that a contract account create initial screen has opened, wherein you can create a contract account, right? I will show how to create a contract account, but before that, let me take you a few other screens as well. So we have one more screen, which is CAA2. So if you want to make any change in the contract account, you can simply type in this, and you can enter the contract account number, and you can simply do the change if you want to do any change in the contract account. Okay, then you have CAA3, that's the display of the contract account. So if you want to display any of the contract account, you can simply click, choose any of the contract account. Let's suppose these many accounts are already created, so you can choose any of the contracts accounts from the list, and you can simply click on any of the contract account, and you can see what all contracts accounts are created. So let's suppose if I click any of the contract account, I would be able to see the contract account. Let's suppose if I click select any of the contract from the list, and if I hit enter, so you can see this contract account is already created, and these are the details which are filled in for this contract account. Okay, under the general data, you can see these many details are filled. Under the payment and taxes, these many fields are already these many details are already filled. Under the dunning and correspondences, so these many fields are already filled. So dunning also we will be discussing in our upcoming upcoming classes. So dunning is basically a reminder notice to the customer. So if the customer defaults in any of his payments as per the agreed payment term, so in that case a dunning notice is being sent to the customer. So we will be discussing in details about the dunning and the dunning procedures, how the dunning configurations takes place. So we'll be discussing that in details. Okay, so let's move ahead, and let's discuss let's see how to create a contract account. So in order to create a contract account, we will simply be going to the T code called CAA. So /n CAA1, this is to create a contract account. So in order to create a contract account, I have already created a BP, right? So here I will select my BP, which is already created, and the BP which I have created already is 611. So I will be taking my BP, which is 611, and from contract account category, I would be selecting the category which this contract I'm going to define for. So either it would be category 1, which is ISU contract account, or a collective bill account, or a contract one time account. So I would be selecting 1. I'm going to create under this contract account category, okay, which is ISU contract account, and I've already entered my BP, and I will simply need to hit enter, and I would end up to the page wherein I would get the option to create a contract account. I would also be able to create a sample contract account with the reference of a previous created contract account. So let's suppose if a contract account which is already created, so I can simply enter the contract account number over here, and I can simply take a reference of this contract account, and I can create my own contract account. I would also show that how to create a contract account with the existing contract account, but now we are creating a fresh contract account. So let us begin with the fresh creation of the contract account. So I have entered the business partner details. I have entered the contract account category, and simply we would hit enter on the keyboard. So here you can see these many options we have got. So the fields which are already in grayed out mode, so we won't be able to make any changes. We won't be able to fill any details in these fields. So we simply need to fill the details in these boxes which are blank, right? And accordingly we would enter all the details and we would create a contract account. So under the general data tab we can see the contract account name. So it's asking for the contract account name on whose name a contract account is going to be created. So let's suppose let me take my name, and as I've already created Hussein 1, so I would be creating one more, which is, let's suppose, 2. Okay. So account in legacy. So legacy, it's let's suppose if a customer, now we are creating a contract account with the SAP ERP. So if a customer who already had an account in some other ERP, let's suppose Oracle or Microsoft or any other ERP, so he must be having a number, right? So that number we need to put here under the account in legacy. So let me just put in 1 2 3 4 5, right? And let's move ahead. So we have entered the contract account name and the legacy number. Next we will be entering the tolerance group. Okay, so let me select. So these tolerance group is part of the configuration which needs to be done. So I have already done the configuration. So I will be creating the I will simply be selecting the tolerance uh, from this F4 selection field, right? So let me see what was my tolerance. I think it was AK10. Okay, then we would be selecting clearing category. So for clearing category we have these many options. So these are also a part of the configuration how you do this so that it would reflect at the time of contract account creation. So HK01, so I would be selecting HK01, which I created. Next we need to select the payment term, right? So payment term, let me see what was the payment term which I created. So this is basically the part of the configuration, the payment term, the tolerance group. So what are all options incoming in the F4, you simply select the options from the F4 list. Okay, so here let me select my one, which was HK10, I guess. Okay, I've already created one. Let me just take that for the reference what was already created. So here I have taken AK01, AK10 and HK01. Okay, AK10 and HK01 and AK01 over here, AK01. Okay, so we have selected this AK01. Under the account determination, you need to determine what kind of customer it is, right? Whether it's a residual customer, whether it's a commercial customer, whether it's a industrial customer, whatever is the category of the customer, you need to simply select that from the this option, and you need to simply select that option. Okay, so just move down, scroll down, and here, so it has the bill form. So this, in the bill form, you simply need to select the ISU bill form. Okay, so here we're going to select the ISU bill form. Okay, so we have selected. Now let's move on to the next page, which is next tab, which is the payment and taxes. So under the payment and taxes, see, we need to select the company code group and standard company code. I would show you how to create a company code group in our further configuration part. But as we are creating a contract account today, so I would simply be showing how to create a contract account and what all options need to select for creating a contract account. So under the company code group, we can select the company code group which we have created. So here you can see I have created AK10. So here from the drop down list I would be selecting AK10. Okay, so AK10 I have selected, and under the standard company code I have maintained AK10, so I would be selecting AK10 as well. Okay, so these two selections are the mandatory selections which is required to be done in the under the payment and taxes tab. So let's move on to the dunning and correspondences. So here under the dunning and correspondences, so we can select these. Many options are already selected, so we simply need to select the dunning procedure, which would be the standard one. I guess it's a 01 dunning procedure who would be selecting, right? So for the dunning notices, let's suppose if you want to send any dunning notice to any of the customer, so the dunning will go to this particular uh, uh, customer, right, who's owning this contract account. But if you want to send to any of his recipients, so under this recipient we can select the recipient details, and we can enter the details of the recipient under this category, right, the address, the phone number, house number, everything of the recipient, so that if somebody is an old person uh, against whom this dunning notices can be sent, who can receive it, so for that correspondences we can simply enter the details of the correspondence over here. So you can see the correspondent types, correspondence fields are available, so that can be filled over here. So we have entered the dunning and correspondences tab. We have entered the required options. Under the payment and taxes also we have entered the required details, and under the general data we have also entered the required details. So we are almost done with the details which was required for creating a contract account. Now simply we can click control S, or you can simply click on the save icon, and it would the data would get saved. So let me simply click on save, and let's see whether a contract account is created or not. So well done. So we have successfully created a contract account, and our contract account number is this one, which is this, yeah. So this is our contract account number, and our contract account is successfully created. So as I said, in order to see our contract account, we simply need to go, let me open a new session, and we can see our contract account under CAA3, right? So simply hit enter, and you can see we have got this contract account. We have just created it, and simply click hit enter. So here you can see Hussein Khan 2 I have created, right. Just now we have entered this contract account customer's name as Hussein Khan 2. So this is a contract account which is successfully created. But for this creation, for this contract account creation, few configurations is required. I have shown you one configuration, which is a BP business partner, right? And after that we have created a contract account. So uh, that was the one config, and we created a contract account. But prior to that, we also need to do some configurations of the tolerance group clearing account, and few more. So that would be I would be discussing that in our upcoming classes. So that was all about the contract account creation, how we can create a contract account. So thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, you can simply share it and subscribe my channel.